Welcome back to Suppressor Nation. Today we got a new pistol that was sent out to us from Retay. This is their RXP22. On the end here, we have an energetic Nix Mod 2. We have 10 different types of ammo that we're going to run through it and see how it does reliability-wise. We'll start with the hotter stuff and move into the more subsonic. Up first, we have some CCI Stingers. Let's see how these do. Well, I'm going to stop with that right there. The stingers are absolutely pelting me in the face with blowback right there. So I am not going to shoot no more of those because with the suppressor on the end, let me drop the suppressor off of it, put some hearing protection on it, and see what it does without a suppressor. With this can right there, it is definitely, I mean, it is pepper me hard. Let's see what she'll do without a suppressor. Those weighted magazines fall right out. All right, so got no blowback coming to me without a suppressor. So we'll try a few of the other ammos there and see what we're getting. If it continues to blow back like it is right now, we'll just swap suppressor, see what it does with a different suppressor, and we'll go from there and see what it does with the different types of subsonic ammo. Hopefully as we get to the subsonic stuff, we're not getting as much blowback coming back to our face as we are with the hotter stuff. Now we got the Remington Viper loaded up. So definitely still feeling it with that. Yeah, so definitely still noticing a lot of blowback coming through it. Sounded really good, and the gun's working flawless so far. But we'll do the CCI mini mags and some Federal, and like I said, just keep working our way down in velocity. Now we got those CCI mini mags. So noticed a little bit of blowback, not as bad as the others there. So as I'm shooting faster, definitely starting to feel it. Let me run down there and grab that tuna can 22XL and see if we notice a difference between blowback between the two. So the most peppering I got back to my face was with the stingers, so we'll try that again with the tuna cans. Yeah, so that is very uncomfortable. With both cans, those stingers are just putting too much blowback. I got one other thing I want to try. I want to add a red dot to it because a lot of times these 22s, because the tops are open, you get a lot of blowback coming through there. So a red dot will stop that. I have noticed the ones like the TX22 that just has the port on the side give you a lot less blowback coming to your face. So let's drop a red dot on it and see if that makes a difference. Now we got the tuna can 22XL. We got the O-Sight X on the end. Let's see if we notice blowback to the face now. So you're getting it, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. And now we got some Remington Vipers. Again, noticed a little bit of peppering, nowhere near as bad. Just that little bit of shooting right there, it's already putting some black across the lens right there. So I would definitely say a lot of that blowback is coming right back through here, right out the ejection port, right back to your face. So a red dot running with a normal 22 suppressor, unless you get something that's a higher flow, I would definitely make sure you got a red dot on this thing. Now we got some Federal Auto Match loaded up. Let's see what these do. So notice towards the end, I guess when the gas is stacking right there, that it started giving me a little blowback. At the very beginning, I didn't really feel nothing. Let's shoot it fast and see what we got. Again, at the very end, you can start to feel a little bit of blowback, but that sight is getting coated. That's what, less than 50 rounds already, and the whole bottom of the optic is absolutely black already. But the optic is working as a blast shield for my face. Now we got the Remington 22 Subsonic. Let's see what these do. until that one round right there made a weird pop. It ejected, but it did not. Whoop, grabbed the wrong man. It ejected, but it did not load the next round. But that definitely was ammo-wise. Done it again. You hear that weird pop? Did not lock back on that one. Notice no blowback coming through whatsoever with the Remington subsonics there. So just wanted to show you guys the two types of Remington subsonic. I have this old stuff right here. That seems to be the only thing that has given the gun an issue, and it's not the gun, it's just the ammo's making a weird pop, and it's like an explosion, barely trickles the brass out and doesn't load the next one. And this is the brand new stuff that you can pick up over at Walmart now. Now we got the newer Remington subsonic. So it just did not feed one round. Again, it ejected, but the round just did not give it enough power to cycle there. Same thing. There she goes. So it cleared that. So for whatever reason, it just did not feed around a couple times right there. But those are the newer Remington subsonic. Now we got what I shoot the most. It's the CCI standard. I did have to move the camera because the sun was coming over my head and starting to blow the exposure out. But let's see how the CCI standard do. So did not lock back, but the CCI standard sound great in this thing. Had absolutely zero blowback come to my face. So that right there is doing really good. Let's shoot it a little bit faster and see if we notice any blowback coming to my face. So this one mag, so I've marked this one mag because it seems to have issues with it feeding. You can start to feel it get gritty. I have been shooting this gun a little bit. I've had the wife and my daughters out shooting it a little bit. So the mag, she's probably got between 200 to 300 rounds of some auto match through it, which is some dirty ammo. But I wouldn't think 200 or 300 rounds would make the mag start failing already. Like I said, I got it marked so I know which one it is that's continuing to have the issues today. But we'll keep an eye on it. We might have to just go give it a good cleaning and come back and try it again. But so far, CCI standards, absolutely amazing. Had no blowback coming to me. But you can definitely see she's caking up right here on that red dot. So definitely need a red dot on this gun to be shooting because it's getting a lot of blowback coming through it. Now we got some Winchester super suppressed. I have not shot the 22 stuff yet. It's the first time I finally found it and picked some up. The 350 Legend and a 300 Blackout is some of my favorite. It is very clean and it is super quiet. So a lot of times if I'm doing some side-by-side comparisons, if I can get my hands on some of that stuff, I'll use it because it does a great job. But like I said, first time shooting it with a 22, so I'm excited to see how she sounds. So ran good, but it is noticeably louder than your CCI standards there. Like I said, the CCI standard, a lot of people think you got to buy subsonic ammo. CCI standard is just standard velocity ammo, but it stays subsonic, and it's noticeably quieter than this Winchester here. But again, Winchester runs flawless. So it seems like the mag, is the mag the issue, or is it the ammo causing issues? Like I said, that just both of them ran fine. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll continue to put more rounds down range to see what it is. But again, once I get done with this test, I will go ahead and clean the mags. But the gun has just been running great. All right, now we got the CCI, the stuff actually labeled as subsonic. See how these do. Yeah, that's noticeably quieter than the Winchester there. And again, I felt one or two little things hit me right here in the face, but run good. Last but not least, we got the Federal American Eagle suppressed. That stuff is just nice. It's quiet. Nothing coming back to my face shooting slow. And nothing coming back to my face shooting fast. The American Eagle suppressed is what we call the lowest dB ever on a suppressor with. It got down to like 108 decibels with a bolt action rifle. And this stuff is just clean burning. It's quiet. I love shooting it. It is a little harder to find around here, so if you can find it, buy it in bulk, shoot the crap out of it, because it is awesome. But there she is. This is the RXP22 from Retay. I've enjoyed shooting it. Like I said, I've probably put between, I'm gonna say 400 to 500 rounds through it now. The gun has worked. As long as you're using good ammo, it's worked. I've had a few failures to feed there, but again, red dot is a must if you're running some dirtier ammo. I haven't noticed much now that we're shooting some of the subsonic stuff. It's not getting as black, but you could definitely see some caking going on with that there. Now, the things I like about the Retay right out the box, it's threaded, so you can drop a suppressor on it. You can mount a red dot on it. It does come with the 2 mags. It's a quiet host. I've really enjoyed shooting it. It's quieter than some of the higher end ones. And the price on this thing is absolutely amazing. Now, one thing that I like and I dislike is their weighted mags. It adds a little bit of weight to the gun, so it feels more like a full-size gun. They drop free really easy, so you don't have to rip them out like some of the other mags. But we only have 13 round capacity, and you have where it could be a double stack mag where you could probably get 22, 26 rounds in this thing. So to limit it to 13 rounds, and then to get an 18, which hangs down with the extended part, when you could have went with a double stack, yes, it may be a little bit harder to engineer, but you could have got a whole lot more rounds in the same footprint. I do like the little pinky extension right there. It gives you a nice purchase on the gun. That's one of the other problems that I have found personally that I don't like right here. The undercut to me is too small, and when I grip it, it kind of binds my middle finger right there up. My wife and my daughter have had absolutely zero issue with it and like it, but me personally, when I'm gripping it, it feels like it's a little too tight right there. So I put it side by side by the SIG, the FN, and my Taurus, and all of those have a little bit more of a higher, longer curve. So my middle finger fits in there so much nicer. But with this one right here, it just, after a little bit of shooting, it kind of wears on your finger right there because it's such a small little area. It's not horrible, but it's just noticeable to my grip right there, and it kind of throws my grip off just a little bit. But like I said, my wife and my daughter, they both shot it, they both enjoyed it, and they had absolutely zero problem with it. I don't know if my middle finger's just a little bit fatter than what theirs is, but you do get a nice grip on there. But there she is. This is a RXP22 from Retay. Great little suppressor host, very, very affordable. So if you're looking for a fun little gun to go out to the range with, to shoot, that's budget friendly, definitely check out the RXP22. I appreciate you guys watching. God bless. So I got a steel man down there at 25 yards. As long as I do my part, the gun's doing it.